Hey everybody, Ash here. Welcome to the Musings Report, first episode, work from home segment. I wanted to jump off where we left off the last time, talking about, what this is all about. It's about styling and guiding you and ultimately just helping you do you on your wedding day, whatever that looks like, whatever your style is, pushing the boundaries, the bridal norm, throwing it out the window, and just like running with the unexpected. I left you with talking about how I would do it if I did it all over again, what my style would be, and I said black would be involved. So here we are this morning. I am in a little heart of number. It's black, naturally, very effortless and understated, which again, very much my style. I love this back, this detailing here. The way that it kind of wraps around, tied in a knot, tied in a bow, you've got options there. I love to, if you're like a last minute bride, this piece, something like this with that kind of detailing is gonna have almost like a built-in alterations to it. So it's kind of nice that it's gonna grab your waist where it needs to. I wanna talk styling because obviously that's what we do, that's why we're here. So let me jump in, talk about how I would do this piece for my style, and just kind of thinking about the situation, where that works, where it doesn't, and all those details. Okay, so thinking first look, let's talk, ceremony, maybe my hair would be down. I love the idea, if you're not gonna be doing two gowns, of kind of graduating your look throughout the night. So let's say I'm committed to the black sheath here. I might start out my ceremony with my hair down, still rather sleek for me. Again, it's gonna come off a little bit more effortless in my style, and I definitely wanna be sure I'm highlighting all this that's going on, all this beauty. I would opt for an earring with enough body and size to be seen if your hair is gonna be down, because otherwise, ultimately, you're not gonna notice the earrings, and then you might as well have saved the money and spent it elsewhere. So if I could pop these in, honestly, who struggles with this? It's like right there. Okay, got it. Okay, so I've opted for our Baroque Shadow hoop from our hardware collection. It's going to be a 14 karat gold hoop with Baroque and Swarovski pearls, just kind of shadowing and highlighting the main hoop. Again, something like this with my hair even down, you're seeing it, you're noticing it, and it's definitely adding that level of personality to the look. Something like this I would definitely see in like a very black tie, romantic setting. Just given the details, it definitely has that aesthetic. Now, like I was talking about, I love the idea of graduating your look throughout the night. So reception time, I'm ready to put my hair up, party, have a good time. For that, a couple things. Digging through my purse over here. I'd probably graduate my lip to something a little bit darker. Maybe even like play up the shadow. This is something we often do by the end of one of our photo shoots. Jessica comes out with a really bold lip on the model, and I love it. So again, just thinking about those things in life, your style, what you love, and running with it on your wedding day. So my hair is finally up. Again, it's still very sleek. It's fitting to the look of the dress, and it's highlighting the dress without by any means taking away from it. And now I'm gonna put on our Freshwater Pearl strands. This is gonna be the full length. I'm rather tall, so having that full length doesn't overwhelm me. But if you're more on the petite side, it's still a very delicate style that you shouldn't be, afraid of. And we offer it in half length, so that would probably stop around there. If you're more petite, maybe consider that. Pop the other one in here. And then these are gonna be 14 karat gold plated strands within, again, that mix of freshwater pearl and a Swarovski pearl on top, and then dotted freshwater pearls along the strands. So again, this is very much me. I'm comfortable. The earrings are very delicate and lightweight, so busting a move will be no problem at all. Okay, so again, talking about graduating your look and playing with options, a sheath is gonna lend that itself as like a great base to play with layers. So this is a blouse, again by Harda. I love just how feminine, it's light, it's bellowy, it has this great sheerness that just keeps it really delicate and again feminine. Maybe by the end of the night it's getting cooler and you just want to put on the layer that keeps you happy and comfortable if a few drinks haven't already been enough. I may take out the earrings just because, again, you have this detail happening here that you don't want to compete with. And really, styling-wise, that's all about. It's about finding balance. A balance that works for you, but just thinking about never overwhelming any of the pieces and complementing them. So I take the earrings out, opt for a headpiece. This is obviously, barrettes are really big right now, bobbies. Again, I think both of them kind of lend themselves to a little bit more of like the effortless feel as opposed to, a dramatic crown or a comb. Again, it's your style. We offer both of those. For me, I kind of love the idea of this because it works really well with a hairstyle that I like, which is my hair just kind of clean and back. So this is going to be our Baroque barrette. It's a 14 karat gold French barrette, and then you can see it's been fully covered in just a myriad of freshwater pearls. So a lot of texture, really earthy and authentic. And it's just one of those pieces, for your wedding, naturally, but you could wear this so often. That's another thing. Practicality is definitely one of my things. So being able to wear it again and make use of something that you've invested in, definitely something we're mindful of in all the pieces we create. So this is gonna be that. And again, it's just gonna be that something special that when you've switched your look, you still have that detail to appreciate. All right, since I'm not going to chop my hair for any of these segments, I'm going to try and kind of tuck it in to just give you that feel of, if you did have like a shorter look and you're thinking, okay, headpiece is something I'd like to play with. I love the idea of bobbies. These are going to be our Baroque bobbies. Again, this is something we're playing with this year that's been really well received, is the mix of Swarovski and Baroque pearls. So it's intermixing, giving that balance of modern and authentic, and something like that. I love just kind of how it would just kind of pull your hair back so it's away from your face. Something that I think you want to be mindful of on your wedding day just because of pictures. If your hair is constantly doing its own thing, it's going to probably be an editing nightmare for your photographer. So, some way having your hair pulled away from your face, even if it's just like a delicate bobby, is something like, it's one less thing you're going to have to like play around with and be mindful of during the day, because you should just obviously enjoy the day. So, those are those. But I could see too, I definitely, if I was looking to just kind of play up a plain pony, something like that would work really well. So another way of styling this whole look that I love is the whole bow scene. Obviously, it's a trend thing, but I think bows are pretty timeless. They're very feminine. So it's not something you're going to look back and be like, eek, that was way too trendy. This is a local designer. She sent over a few different colors of these beautiful silk pieces, and I just love, I've shown them to you before, and here we are again because I'm that obsessed. They just add that level of like beauty and feminineness, if that's a word, I don't know, to a simple pony, and I kind of love how it just drapes. Something like that would be really pretty to play with. Of course, you could go to the knot or the bow. I've committed to a knot. Usually do on anytime I'm tying things, but you could go to the bow. You could go there. Ideas, lots of ideas. All right, so obviously a lot of this is played into what I would feel would be like I said, very romantic, maybe a vineyard, black tie-in, lots of candles. I probably wouldn't have flowers because not me. But that's kind of I've seen all of this. Let's say you've been just eager to tie the knot, and with everything going on, you're just ready to go elope. Let's say you're running to the beach. This is how I would do that. I know what you're thinking, a veil at the beach, but I love that like dramatic factor that a veil can just be in the elements, catching the wind. So in this case, if I'm gonna go big, I'm gonna go dramatic, and I would opt for our tulle tiered veil. Here I have it in the cathedral length. And I'm gonna probably have to go get my husband to give me a help on this visual, but let's just talk about veil placement for a minute. Obviously, veils, they're on a comb. They can go several different places in your hair. This, if you're gonna commit to something up higher, I think it's very much this like traditional, uber glam sort of feel with the veil. For me, I want it to still feel me. Which again, like I keep going back to, is just kind of effortless. You can be fashion forward and still be effortless, and that's kind of where I'm trying to show you my style. So there's that. It's just gonna kind of nestle right above my pony, and I'm gonna grab Alex to show you all of this detail. All right, so he's grabbing a camera. Let me just talk about this. You can see it is well behind me. It's very much a statement piece. If you're going for that practical factor on beach, I'd probably opt for chapel length. Not a huge fan of fingertip. I think it can kind of cut people off funny. Where chapel is gonna pretty much, no matter your height, at least kind of hit the floor or graze it. So that might be a little bit more practical if you're going beach side. But this kind of veil is definitely just of the bold factor. So I want to show you all of that detail. All right, so here's the veil. Both our chapel and cathedral length veils are going to be very much cut like this. So it's just kind of that drop down all the way. It just frames your body really well, and it's quite flattering. Again, we're always talking about balance. So if you do opt for a veil that has, a little bit more layering happening there, it's just one more thing you're going to want to factor into how it works with your dress, and that it's not competing with it. Let's give you a taste of this detail. This is going to be our English tulle within the 3 layers of the gathered detail there. It's very bold. Something that, again, I would pair with the sheath or something very simple and sophisticated, just so that the veil can do a lot of the talking, and they're complementing each other. So that's it. I really appreciate anybody who tuned in here to just get a feel for my style. Hopefully it was insightful and also educational. Maybe this isn't your gown exactly, but you're thinking about how you can take all of those details and apply it to your own look. So that's what we're here to do, is just kind of open up the options and help you figure out how to apply it to your look. Any questions, always reach out. You don't need a virtual appointment or anything like that. We're here to just guide you and be that friend. We'll get this posted, and along with all the links of the product we showcase. So stay tuned. We'll have so much more coming your way.